Good evening, children of the Most High. Someone sent me a link to this page where it says this is the Vanguard newspaper, and the article here is written by Timothy Mweru, and it says that Jewish scientists storm Newi to conduct DNA test. And basically, it's reading out here that the Jewish scientists decided to come and conduct DNA tests on some people in Newi. Newi is a town in Anambra State, so that they can verify, to prove or disprove whether we are Jewish people, whether we are related to them. Brothers and sisters, after I got this morning, I felt sick to my stomach. Not because these people are doing this. No, they have been doing this for decades. This is not the first time. You see, that's the thing. If you don't know history, you will always repeat it. This is not the first time they have been coming to Igboland to claim that we and them are the same. They've done this thing. They've been to Igbo, they've been to Orifite, they've been to what's it called, Aguleri and Umuleri. They've been to Arochukwu. They've been to all this place. They've been coming here for decades. Okay, now what actually made me sick to my stomach was the fact that hundreds of our people were reported to come out for this exercise. If I felt really, really bad, it's like our job, it's like we are not doing our job. Our job is to remind our people that we are not Jewish. There is nothing Jewish in us. The Jewish people are trying to use us to claim that biblical identity. Is the same deception all over again. It's the same thing they've been doing for ages. They are doing it all over again. If our people know something, if we know something, we should stay very, very far away from these people. Okay, so it reports here that hundreds of people trooped out in their numbers yesterday to participate in DNA tests to ascertain the validity of the claim that the Igbo migrated from that part of the world. First of all, how can DNA prove that Igbos migrated from that part of the world? The Jewish people came up with what they call the Kohanim DNA. It says a DNA of one of the Levites called Kohan, which is a big lie. There's no such thing. Nobody dug up any skeleton of any Levite to measure their DNA and put it on database. It's a big lie. I've done videos upon videos to show from the work of Jewish people themselves that their own DNA cannot even be traced to the Middle East. If they cannot trace their own DNA to the Middle East, how can they trace your own DNA connecting to their own in the Middle East? So this is just, I felt really bad. But on the other hand, I felt good as well, because these people are being desperate. What they're going to do now is to use this discovery as a leverage. First of all, you have this Nnamdi Kanu thing that people came up and, all these people screaming IPOP. Nnamdi Kanu is a very shady individual. I really don't understand him. I still think there's a lot of Israeli Mossad activity behind his person and his group. But more importantly, they are coming up with this thing now. Look, brothers and sisters, there's something you need to understand. These people are not looking for brothers. They know who we are. Okay? They know exactly who we are. They know we are people of the Bible. They've known that ever since they came here. In case you don't know, the Jewish people were actively involved in the slave trade. And the slave trade that took your ancestors and my ancestors, they were actively involved. So they know who we are. All this thing is nonsense. It's just complete nonsense. Okay, and our people are flocking to go and take their blood samples for DNA analysis. Who knows what's going to happen there? Who knows how many people will be injected with diseases in this exercise? Who knows? I mean, if you really understand what you're dealing with, you stay far away from these people as much as you can. Tomorrow, now, I wish somebody can take a record of these people that went there to get their DNA tested. Most of them will come when the next phase of the Ebola comes again, which is going to come. The next phase of Ebola is going to come. When it comes, most of those people will test positive for it. Who knows what they're going to be injecting in these people? You're ready to get your DNA test, and you will not believe that you're people of the Bible until the white man says so. Okay, it's really, really sad. Okay, there is no connection between the Igbo man and the Jewish man, none whatsoever. And unfortunately, these individuals that circulate this thing, I read here the owner of the hospital and all those individuals that have been circulating this news that we are Jews, they are enlightened enough to know this. These are educated people. They should know that there's no genetic connection between a black man and a white. Will they measure their Neanderthal level? Are they going to measure that? I mean, it's really sad that we live in a world where our people are so ignorant. A lot of our people do not realize the kind of, even those who are extremely educated, who are graduate professors, and even people who should know, they are just completely blinded to this part of reality. The ignorance is not an excuse in this world. The fact that you don't know does not mean that something bad will not happen to you if it should happen. So they say the results should be out sometime in August. With total nonsense, brothers and sisters. I mean, I really wish our people would stay away from these things. This exercise, they've done it before in the past. They know that. Okay, two things can occur. They can say, okay, you're not Jewish people, so that means those of us who have been working to wake ourselves up will face an obstacle to that. Or they can come and say, oh yeah, you are Jewish. In that case, they will now control any kind of resources that may come out from Igboland, and we do have a lot of those. Brothers and sisters, in the 80s, the Jewish people went to Ethiopia and they were doing this same exercise, and then a number of Jewish tribes in Ethiopia who trace their ancestry to the Queen of Sheba that were practicing some kind of Hebrew religion. These people now came up, oh, we are Jews, and they were marching to Israel, and they made a whole lot of publicity about that. Brothers and sisters, these people, they're in Israel, and they are even less than third-class citizens. Not only that, they were used to fight wars, all these numerous intifadas that the Palestinians were bringing in those days. They were used to fight wars, and when the wars were no longer there, when they weren't needed anymore, they started reducing their population. For those of you who don't know, the Israeli government was caught injecting the black people, these Ethiopians that they brought and say, oh, we are saving you, you are our brothers. They were giving them contraceptive injection that will make them barren, and those same injections were not given to the white people there. Now, brothers and sisters, as I'm talking to you now, the state of Israel is deporting these people to Uganda. They are deporting these black people that they picked up in the 80s from Ethiopia. They are deporting them to Uganda covertly. It's only the Iranian newspaper that carried this news. Most other news agencies did not even carry it. Okay, they are deporting them to Uganda, and now they're coming up and say they want to find out if Igbos are their brothers or not. They are just looking for guinea pigs, brothers and sisters. I wish people can stay away from this. I thank the Most High that we're able to tell people, let people know that these are all deception that is coming out from these people, and this is not the first time. They've been doing this for ages. The Most High bless you. Salam.